Hello students, in this video we will see cookies in the Flask. What are the cookies? What is the meaning of cookie? Where did cookie come from? And how does cookie work? Okay, so let us see with example how it works. So cookies are generally called as HTTP cookies. So you know what is the meaning of HTTP? So cookie is a small piece of data from a specific website that is stored on a user's computer at the time of browsing on the web. Okay, so there are two types of cookies. Cookies are stored on the client side as well as cookies are stored on the server side. They can have many functions. Okay, so how to define cookies? A computer cookie consists of information. Okay, the cookies are stored in the form of text files on the client machine, and it consists of information. When you visit any website, the website sends the cookie to the computer. So when you log into the amazon.in or when you log into snapdeal.in, so such type of website, it send the cookies to your computer. So these cookies are stored at the client side. Your computer stores it in a file located inside your web browser. So later we will see how it stores and how we can invoke that data, which data is stored in a file. So what do cookies do? The purpose of the cookie is to help the website to keep track of your visits and activities. Okay, so whatever activities we are going to perform on the computer, so someone is logging to the e-commerce website, someone is logging to the Google Gmail account. So all the cookies, it will keep track of your visits and activities. So this is not always a bad thing. Okay, so someone says that cookie is the bad thing, but sometimes it helps us to invoke the previous data. Okay, example is given here. Many online retailer use cookies to keep track of the items in a user's shopping cart as they explore the site. So without cookies, your shopping cart would reset to zero every time you clicked a new link on the site. So what is the meaning of cookie first? It is a small piece of data, and from where this data is collected? So this data is collected from a specific website. Okay, and that data will be stored to your computer. So what type of functions the cookie performs? So first one, it keeps the track of users browsing activity. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? Look here, it keeps the track of users browsing activity. Okay, so meaning of this one, suppose you enter laptop in search window of any e-commerce site. Suppose amazon.in is there and you have logged in to the amazon.in and you entered laptop word in the search window. So what would happen there? So you might see the images of laptop on the Facebook page later. Okay, so when we click on Facebook page or when we log into the Facebook page, so it gives you lot of images related to laptop. So how this happens? So this happens due to cookies. The cookies are stored in the web browser. So it will store, user is searching for laptop and it gives the information to the Facebook that user is searching for the laptop. You may open the images of laptop for his or her reference. Okay, so this is the first one. Second one, remembering your login details for Facebook, Google, YouTube, like this. Okay, so you can log in back without entering the credential. Okay, so when this data means login name and password, when this is stored to the server side, it is better, but when it is stored to the client side, it will be bad. Okay, someone is going to hack your account name and password. So these type of cookies are always stored on the server side. And then what is the another function of cookie? it tracks the site visitor count. So how many unique visitors visit the website? So it will store that information. Each cookie has its own unique ID. Okay. So every time cookie is created, it is having some unique identification number. If the user visits the website 2 or 3 times in a day, so cookie allows the context as one unique viewer. Okay, so these are the functions performed by cookies. So what functions? First one, keeping track of users browsing activity. Second one, remembering your login details. Third one, it tracks site visitor account. So these are the functions. So a website might also use cookies to keep a record of your most recent visit or to record your login information. Many people find this useful so that they can store passwords on commonly used sites, or simply so they know what they have visited or downloaded in the past. Suppose one website is there, some web application is there, and we want to store our login credentials for that particular website. So we can store the login credential with the help of cookie. So we can create cookie will be automatically created, or we can user can create cookie, and with the help of cookie we can store this information. Then there are different types of cookies. Okay, first one, session cookies. So these are used only when a person is actively navigating a website. Once you leave the site, the session cookie disappears. Okay, so when we ourselves create a cookie, so this cookie will disappear when we close the session, means when we close the browser. Then tracking cookies. It may used to create long-term records of multiple visits to the same site. And third one, authentication cookies. It tracks whether a user is logged in or not and what is the name of user. Okay, so these three types of cookies are there. So we will see in the practical session how it stores in the browser and how we can invoke the data which is stored in the cookie. Okay, so how we can create cookies in the Flask and how we retrieve the data from cookies. So cookies are set by the server on the client's machine, which will be associated with the client's request to that particular server in all future transactions until the lifetime of the cookie expires. Okay, so we can denote here expiry time. So whatever time we want to store for the cookie, so we can set that one. If we want to disappear it after 1 hour, so we can do this one. If we want to disappear that cookie after 1 week, so we can do this one. So we can write here expiry time. In Flask, the cookies are associated with the request object as the dictionary object of all the cookies variables. Okay, so with the help of this one, we can create dictionary objects. So how it stores the title of that particular cookie and the content of that particular cookie. Okay, so this information will be stored in the form of dictionary. It creates a dictionary object. Look here, remember cookie always created a dictionary object. So contents are title and its content. Okay, so Flask facilitates us to specify the expiry time, the path and the domain name of the website. So we can set a cookie for any website. So we can write here domain name. With the help of domain name, we can create a cookie. This is the syntax. So what is the syntax here? Response dot set cookie. So with the help of this one, we can set cookie. Then title, we should write it first title. So it will be stored with that title in our browser. Then contents, what contents you want to write in that cookie. So these are the contents. And expiry time, so you can specify here expiry time. Okay, so this is the syntax how we can write cookie, how we can set cookie in the Flask. Second one, how we can get it. So in Flask, the cookies are set on the response object by using the set cookie. Okay, on the response object. So this is the response object. The response object can be formed by using make response method in the view function. So we can create this one. We will see it in practical session. In addition, we can read the cookies stored on the client's machine using the get method of the cookies attribute associated with the request object. Okay, so we can see whatever cookies are set in with the help of browser setting, and also we can access it with the help of code in Flask. How we can access this one? So this is the syntax: request dot cookies dot get and the title. Suppose here we gave a title A, B, C for the particular cookie. Then how we can retrieve this one? In this command, you should write here request.cookies.get ABC. Okay. So this will give you the contents of that respective cookie. Okay. Got it? What are the functions of cookie and how we can write it in the Flask? Then this is the first example how we can set cookies. Okay, so here from Flask import star, so we have to import all the functions related to cookie. Then app is equal to Flask name. This is the name of module. Then what is the path here? Is what is the URL here? At app.route slash cookie. So when we call slash cookie in the browser, it will create a cookie. Okay. So define cookie. One cookie function is associated with this URL. Res is equal to, this is the object, make response header cookie is set. Okay. So when that cookie is set, so it gives the text cookie is set with the HTML header tag. Then res, this is the object, what we object we have created, and how we can set this one. So with the help of object dot set cookie and name and content. Okay, so this is the object name, this is the method set underscore cookie. With the help of this method we can set a cookie, and by using the syntax, yes, what is the first parameter? The first parameter is name of cookie. So what is the name of cookie here? FOO. And what are the contents of cookie here? BAR. Okay, and how, what we want to return here? Return RES. So when this cookie will set, it gives the text cookie is set. And what is the name of cookie here? FOO. What are the contents of cookie here? BAR, and we return this object. So when we run this one, when we execute this in the browser, so what is our URL? Slash cookie, because this is the function. This is the URL associated with set cookie function. And what would be the output of this one? Cookie is set. So how does cookie work? So when you visit a website for the first time, suppose this is the online store. Okay, so on your hard drive, it will create a unique identification code, and this ID is used to keep track of your session. It keeps the track of how many items you viewed, how many items are there in the cart. It will display the similar items that you viewed. Okay, it also save coupon codes for you that can be used later, even if you close website and come later. Okay, so this, in this method cookie will work. Here in this example also, it will create a cookie, and expiry time is not given for this cookie. So when it will expire? So when we close the browser. Okay, so when we close the browser, it will expire, because the default expiry time is closing the, up to the closing the browser. So this is the example. Got it? How we can create a simple cookie in the Flask. So this is the examples. What it returns here, what it gives you, cookie is set. So we can display, we can invoke the data, we can invoke the test, cookie is set on the computer, and we will see whether this cookie is created or not with the help of browser. Okay, so this is the first example. Next example. So look here, login application, how we can create a login application. Okay, so three scripts are written here. The first script is login.py, second script is login.html, success.html and profile.html. Okay, so within login.py, one script is written. You should enter your email ID, you should enter your password. So this login.html, it will print that one. Then it will return that login name to the login.py. Login.py again checks the credential, whether the password is correct or not. If the password is correct, it returns your login is successful. You have logged in successfully. And if these two credentials are same, it will return your profile on the screen. Okay, so these four scripts are there. These are connected to login.py. So how we can write code for this one? So look here, this is the first script, login.py. So again, from Flask import star, so whatever modules are required to run the cookie, we have invoked that one. App is equal to Flask name, app route. So look here first URL is /error. So why it is written? So if your password is wrong, okay, whatever password you have stored within this script, if that password you entered wrong, so it will execute this URL /error. And what it returns here, it returns the text here, enter correct password. Okay, so this is the first URL. Then second one, home URL is there. When we are present in the home URL, it will execute login.html because here we used render template login.html. So for home URL, it executes login.html. Okay, then if your credentials are correct, okay, if your email ID and password both are correct, then another URL is there, app.route/success. Okay, this is the URL, and here we use the method post because we are entering the information related to our email and password. So success function is associated with this URL. What is the first if statement here? If request.method is equal to post, if we want to enter the data, it will execute the post method. Email is equal to request.form email, so it will ask you to enter value for email. And then password, it will ask you to enter value for password. Okay, so this is the post method. With the help of post method, we can get the text to the email and we can get text to the password. Okay, once the user entered the password, we can check it. If we want to set password VCK for that particular login, then here I have checked if password is equal to VCK. I have stored the password VCK for that particular email ID. So it will check whether the password entered by the user is VCK. Then RESP is equal to, this is the object, make response render template success.html. So what is the use of this statement? So if user enters the password VCK, it will render the template success.html. Means if it is correct, what we have to response is we can render template success.html and then set cookie email. after rendering this one, if it is successful, then set cookie email. So here the name of cookie is email and the contents of the cookie is email. So whatever email entered by the user, it will be stored in email variable. Okay, and then the this email given within the quotation mark, this is the name for that particular cookie. Else if means if user enters the wrong password, if it is not VCK, then return redirect URL for error. So already we have written here URL/error, and if user enters the wrong one, we redirect the session for this URL. So it gives you enter correct password. Okay, so this is the /success. Within this URL, it will perform these operations. So what type of operation it will perform? It will ask for your email ID. It will ask for your password. If password, here we set password VCK. If it is correct, then it will set the cookie for this one. If it is wrong one, then it will execute the URL/error that it gives you enter correct password. Okay, so this is written within the /success within the success function. Then the third part, view profile. Okay, so third URL is /view profile. This profile function is associated with this URL, and what we have done here, so email is equal to request.cookies.get email. So whatever text, whatever information is stored in this cookie email, so we can retrieve that information with the help of email, because this email is stored in email cookie. Okay, and once we retrieve that one, we can store it to the variable. So we have stored it to the email. And what is the next one? Again, RESP, this is the object, is equal to make response render template profile.html. Okay, again, if this procedure runs successfully, then we can execute the another HTML script, that is the profile.html script. Okay, so how many URLs are there? So /error is there, home URL is there, /success is there, and /view profile is there. With the help of this one, we can write a script to enter email ID and password. Okay, so we can set our email ID in cookie. We can retrieve the data, whatever data stored in the cookie, with the help of this one. Okay, so this is the login.py. Next, login.html. Okay, three scripts are we use three scripts in login.py. First script is login.html, second script is success.html, and third script is profile.html. So within the first one only, we want to ask email ID and password for the user, and one button input button is there, that is the submit button. So this HTML script, it will ask email ID and password for the user. So once user enters the email ID and password, so if it is correct, we have stored the password VCK in the login.py. If user enters the password VCK, then it will execute this, it will render this success.html. Okay, so what are the contents here? It gives you text login successful, and one link is given here. If that login is successful, then execute this HTML file, execute this URL. Okay, /view profile, and within this URL, within the function associated with this URL, which HTML script we render here? Profile.html. Okay, so it will execute if the user's login name is correct, then it will execute URL/view profile, and here we render profile.html, so it will execute profile.html. It gives you title profile, and heading is given here a hi, then name. So here which name it will display? So in the login.py, this name we have given, name is equal to email. So whatever email entered by the user, that will be assigned to the variable name and it will be displayed on the screen. Okay. So these three HTML scripts, login.html, success.html and profile.html, these are invoked, these are associated with login.py. Okay, so this will give you, when we execute this one, we will see the practical session of this script, how we can write and how we can execute, how we can see the contents of cookie. So here the first screen, it is the home URL. When we execute the home URL, it will ask for email ID, it will ask for password, and then you have to click on submit button. When the password is correct, here look here, here URL is different one, here the home URL is there, here it will execute. If the login is correct, it will execute this URL slash success, gives the message login successful. Okay, and when we click on view profile, we created link with the help of href. Okay, when we click on view profile, it gives you next, it executes the next URL, it renders the next HTML file. So what is the URL here? Look here, localhost 5000 view profile. And what are the contents of this one? X hi vck.information@gmail.com. So this email ID is stored to the variable name. This user email ID entered by the user in home URL, and here within view profile you will get that user ID. Okay, so these things, all these things are related to what is the meaning of cookie, how cookies work, where did cookie come from, how we can set cookie in the Flask, how we can retrieve the contents from the cookie. So all these part is regarding to the cookie. So in the next video we will see practically how we can create a cookie and how we can retrieve the data. Okay, so hope you understand this one. We will see the practical session in the next video. Okay, so thank you.